Yeah, you notice a theme, right? Free, 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 freedom, 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 freedom. True enough, true enough. We have a new month, we have a new theme. A new freedom is this month's theme. And today's talk is Let Freedom Ring. Let freedom ring. Of course, there's a freedom thing for July because our Independence Day is July 4th, right? All beings seek freedom. We all want to be free. We all desire freedom. We all deserve freedom. Freedom is a quality of God, and as such, it's a quality of us. It is our divine nature to express all of those qualities of God to the greatest extent possible. And freedom is one of those qualities. Ernest Holmes said this: the divine plan is one of freedom. Bondage is not God ordained. Freedom is the birthright of every living soul. All instinctively know this. The truth points to freedom under law. Thus, the inherent nature of the human is forever seeking to express itself in terms of freedom. We shall do well to listen to this inner voice, for it tells us of a life wonderful in its scope, of a love beyond our fondest dreams, and a freedom the soul craves. That's freedom. That's it. I mean, that is what we're here to express. We're here to express all of the qualities of God. But freedom is this one. And so I think that's the quote actually on the front of the bulletin. It's our divine nature. We are born free. It is our divine birthright to express that quality of God known as freedom and to reject anything that seeks to impose limits on our freedom. You know, that's what the Revolutionary War was fought for, was it not? Freedom from oppression, freedom from the monarchy, freedom from tyranny, you know, freedom from religion. Don't even get me started. Let's not rewrite history, okay? The founding fathers were not all God-fearing Christians. They were deists, most of them. Some of them were agnostics. Some of them were atheists. There was one Unitarian that I knew of in the history books. So they were not, let's not rewrite history, they were not all God-fearing traditional Christians. James Madison said this: the purpose of the separation of church and state is to keep forever from these shores the ceaseless strife that has soaked the soil of Europe in blood for centuries. Thomas Paine said, of all the tyrannies that affect mankind, tyranny of religion is the worst. And John Adams said, this would be the best of all possible worlds if there was no religion in it. You know, the Treaty of Peace and Friendship, the Treaty of Tripoli, was written by George Washington, and it was signed during John Adams' presidency. And it said this, Article 11, the government of the United States of America is not in any sense founded on the Christian religion. There it is, right in print. Look it up. Principle, you know, the Treaty of Tripoli, Article 11. Spelled it right out. Spelled it right out for us. James Madison, religious bondage shackles and debilitates the mind and unfits it for noble enterprise. Ethan Allen noted he was generally denominated a deist, the reality of which I never disputed, being conscious that I am no Christian. Thomas Paine, the study of theology as it stands in the Christian churches is a study of nothing. It is founded on nothing, it rests on no principles, it proceeds by no authority, it has no data, it can demonstrate nothing, and it admits no conclusion. Thomas Jefferson, gotta love Jefferson. I do not find in Orthodox Christianity one redeeming feature. Now, here's the thing. Everybody has their own opinion, okay? But let's not rewrite history and turn these guys into God-fearing Christians, because clearly a lot of them were not. And if they were, the revolution may not have happened. Think about that. If they were really Bible-reading, by-the-book Christians, consider this. 1 Samuel 15 says, "For rebellion is the sin of witchcraft." And in Romans 13:1, it says, "Let every person be subject to the governing authorities." They would not have rebelled if they were God-fearing Christians. Our forefathers wanted to express that quality of God known as freedom. That's what they were doing. And our forefathers knew that freedom of religion is paramount to that. It includes Christianity, of course so, and Judaism, and Hinduism, and Buddhism, and Islam, and atheism, Catholicism, all of it is included in the freedom, our freedom, to practice whatever we believe, or practice none of it. And they also knew that the separation of church and state was imperative. It was necessary for the government to do the business of government freely. So this desire to be free is inherent in all of us. The desire to be free, to live free, is inherent in everyone. Excuse me. It is in all life. Even the Munchkins, remember? Ding dong, the witch is dead, you know? They didn't want to live under the oppression and tyranny of the Wicked Witch of the East. We yearn for freedom. It is our nature to live as we please, to express in terms of our authentic selves, to grow and to experience life on our terms. And all of this freedom comes with a caveat. Ernest Holmes said, "We all wish to be free, but at the same time, we should realize that liberty is not license. To say that we are free with the freedom of God does not mean we are free to do that which contradicts our divine nature. We are free only in the freedom which God is. Freedom to be alive, to enjoy living, to enter into activities of everyday life with enthusiasm and interest. We are free to love and be loved. We are free to give full and complete expression to every capacity we possess, provided this freedom harms no one and hurts no thing." There you go. Harms no one and hurts no thing. Those are our caveats. We are not free to contradict the divine nature of God. We cannot violate spiritual law or natural law, and we cannot express our freedom at the expense of someone else's freedom. My freedom cannot violate your freedom. These are two really, really important points. The first one, we cannot suspend natural or spiritual laws. I can do affirmative prayer all day long, every day, 24 hours a day. I can do spiritual mind treatment, affirmative prayer, claiming I am a pink flamingo. And at no time will I become a pink flamingo. It would be a violation of natural and spiritual law, and it would look really silly too. But my point is, it's not ever going to happen. It's a violation of spiritual and natural law. I can do spiritual mind treatment all day long to suspend the law of gravity and float up to the ceiling, and it's not going to happen. Although that would be funny too. It's not going to happen. Ernest Holmes said, "We are in the experience of this physical world, and as such, we are subject to physical laws. In the physical world, there are laws of gravity, laws of electricity, law of cause and effect. There's the laws of dieting." Seriously, 4 laws of dieting. First one, weight returns at 5 times the velocity at which it was lost. 2, any dietary straying, no matter how insignificant, causes instant diet reversal. Number 3, no diet, no matter how well it's going, can survive Thanksgiving. And the 4th one, informing others of your progress immediately halts your progress. So there's all kinds of laws. There are all kinds of laws in the natural and spiritual world. We have to work within them. Now, the second caveat. We may not express our freedom at the expense of someone else's freedom. My freedom ends where your freedom to not be messed with begins. My freedom must harm no one and nothing, and hurt nothing. Nelson Mandela said this. He said, "For to be free is not merely to cast off one's chains, but to live in a way that respects and enhances the freedom of others." The freedom of others. My freedom cannot interfere with your freedom. That's how we allow for equality for everyone. You know what I mean. Can we stop denying marriage equality in this country? I mean, really. You know, I mean, that's the other thing I think. Okay, well, 18 states. We got 18 so far. But this is equality, you know? It's like, let's move it along. We got 18. We're doing good. 32 to go. Freedom and equality for all. That's what this is about. President Obama said this: when all Americans are treated as equal, no matter who they are or whom they love, we will all be free. We will all be more free. So we must offer, extend, allow, you know, no, that's not the right words. It's not ours to allow. It's not ours to give. It is inherently human to be free. That is what we all desire. The freedom to love, to live, to express, to be as self-actualized as we possibly can. Let's stop the nonsense. I know I'm preaching to the choir. Freedom, the quality of God called freedom, requires that we stand in solidarity with our brothers and sisters. It just does. Ernest Holmes said this. He said, "We are in bondage only to a false sense of self because we judge the possibility of the future by some limitations of the past. We believe that with God all things are possible, but we must realize that God is an indwelling presence. Therefore, with God in me, all things are possible. We are not only one with God, but God is one with us." Not only one with God, but God is one with us. And that is the good news. I mean, that is the reassuring thing. All of the qualities of God are ours, all of them. Freedom is just a quality of God, and it is within us to know freedom. It is within us to choose to be free. In every moment of every day, we have freedom of choice, and I know sometimes it doesn't seem like it. But we do. We choose the lives that we live every moment of every day. I mean, even things that we offhandedly think, oh, I can't do that. Well, yeah, you can, but you choose not to, right? I mean, like how many times somebody comes back from a marvelous vacation and they have a great time and they say, oh, you should go, and you go, nah, I can't afford that. Well, the truth is you probably can. You choose not to put your money there, right? Maybe you choose to pay the rent instead. I would. You know, maybe you choose to pay the mortgage instead, but the truth of it is you choose not to. We choose the lives that we live. We choose to be good stewards of our money and not blow it all at the track. We make those choices all the time. We are free. We need to stand up and to recognize the freedom that we have within the life that we live without violating natural and spiritual law, because we can't do that, and without hurting or harming no one or no thing, because those were the two caveats, right? We are free to live the life that we choose, and in fact, the life that we are choosing every moment of every day. So, I wanted to finish up with this. Debbie Ford wrote several years ago this vow of emotional independence, because that's what we're talking about here. We're talking about choosing the life that we will live, choosing to live in freedom and love and joy, choosing to live all of those qualities of God to the extent that we can. So she wrote this vow of emotional independence, and we're going to say it together. How about that? Okay. So it says, this vow's proclamation says, I, and that's where you put your name in, will no longer be bound by my past. You ready? I, Patricia Paris, will no longer be bound by my past. Okay, I will never again give my power away. I will never again give my power away to some food, substance, or disempowering craving. To some food, substance, or disempowering craving. I will stop allowing others to define who I am. I will stop allowing others to define who I am, and I will stand for my highest expression. And I will stand for my highest expression. I will stop trying to please others. I will stop trying to please others and instead please myself. I will stop listening to the voice of my inner critical mother. I will stop listening to the voice of my inner critical mother and father. And I will listen to the voice of my most supportive and loving self. And I will listen to the voice of my most supportive and loving self. I will break free from the strangulating grip. I will break free from the strangulating grip of my self-defeating behaviors. And choose powerfully each and every moment. To make choices that leave me feeling great about myself and my life. I take this vow now as a positive stand for my soul. And for the highest expression for every man, woman, and child on the planet today. Expression for every man, woman, and child on the planet today. I set myself free. I am freeing all others from the violence of my darkest thoughts. I am freeing all others from the violence of my darkest thoughts. You're so funny. Yes, yes. There you go. And it finishes up, I ask the powers that be, my higher self, to support me in living this vow each and every moment of each and every day. How does that sound? Is that a wonderful, wonderful affirmation? So that is the vow that we take. That is the life that we live. That is the freedom that we have. To live each and every day consciously, awake and aware, knowing we have the freedom of choice in each and every moment, knowing that that freedom comes with responsibility. Right? What was it? George Bernard Shaw said that, right? Liberty comes with responsibility. That's why so many of us dread it. We have the responsibility to live freely, to live large, to live loving, to live joyous, to live all the qualities of God. We are free to live each and every one of them. We are free to be the best we that we can be. It comes with responsibility. It comes with responsibility to do the right things, to not mess with someone else's freedom, and to not violate spiritual and natural law. We are all free. We are free every moment of every day. We are free to choose. Thank you so much.